All right, y'all. Welcome back to Outta The Bunker, where the swings are real.
Good job, partner.
Good shot.
I'll take that.
And so are the stories.
At some point, you have to say to yourself, I'm either doing it or I'm not. There is no in between. You go all in.
Today's guest is someone I met through a mastermind, but it quickly became obvious that he's more than just a business connection. Rob Oborn is an entrepreneur, investor, and family man who's built and rebuilt with grit, guts, and a whole lot of heart. We tee off with Rob's wild ride from aviation to auto body shops to real estate, and now oil and gas. This is a guy who lost a business, cashed in his last 6 months of living expenses, and went all in on betting on himself. And spoiler alert, it paid off. But this convo goes way beyond business. We talk about the mindset it takes to recover from failure, what golf teaches you about life, and why believing in yourself might just be the most valuable investment you ever make. So grab your clubs or your coffee and let's get into it. This is Outta The Bunker with Rob Oborn. Camera's on.
Uh-oh.
All right.
It's official.
What are you playing?
We'll play the blues.
I ain't playing the blues with you.
We can play the blues.
I'm playing the women's tees.
Haven't played the women's tees with you?
No, play the blues. So we are here with Rob Oborn. I met through a mastermind that we are both a part of called Money Is. And he is also an entrepreneur and a business owner. Started back when?
I started investing in 2004 after losing a business.
What made you become an entrepreneur in the first place?
Actually, when I started out in aviation. And so after the aviation stuff, I just figured I wasn't making enough money. I was traveling back and forth between Salt Lake and California. And I'd be gone for 4 days and home for 3, and gone for 4, home for 3, and just wasn't making a lot of money. So my brother asked if I wanted to be a partner with him in an auto body shop, which I knew nothing about. So decided that sounded like a great idea because it was an opportunity for me to own my own business. So jumped ship and went into the auto body business and kind of just self-taught and went to some classes in school, learned the business side of it. And then 9/11 took me out of business. So
how much did you lose at that time?
So we didn't lose a ton because we were able to sell all our equipment. So I was able to walk away from that business at the end of 2003 with a little bit of money in my pocket, enough for probably 6 months of living expenses. And
that's good. Not a lot of people can say that.
Yeah, and then a lot of credit available to me. So I took a few months to decide what I wanted to do and was looking around and just realized real estate is where most of people who had money were investing. So naturally, I thought that's where I need to go. So went to a class similar to what you went to at Aspire and figured out real estate and started investing in real estate in 2004. So
when you lost all your money, it ever put you down in like a bad, I mean, obviously you didn't lose it all, but
yeah, I mean,
mentally where you're like, man, was it difficult to try to get back up and going again?
Yes. So the end of 2003, that was November of 2003. It was Thanksgiving week. I'll never forget. I had to lay off all my employees, which were good friends of mine.
Yeah.
So it took me until it was February of 2004 before I kind of figured out what I wanted to do and get going and whatnot. But so it was a difficult time for sure.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I couldn't pay my girls' bonuses this last month, and it like ate me up. I can't imagine not being able to pay them my paycheck.
Yeah. So 4 kids and a wife who's never worked outside the house. That's what I was dealing with at the time. So.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had a very supportive wife, and when I told her I wanted to do real estate, she was like, "Look, I know you're going to do the best thing for us, and you're never going to try to put us into a bad situation, so go get it."
Yeah, and luckily her support, now she's in Maui right now.
Now she's in Maui.
Yeah, so her support paid off. Probably find it. Okay, so then after that, the aviation, the next business.
Yeah, so into real estate I went. There was a lot of learning there for sure. You know, I always thought, I can go do real estate, just buying a house.
Yeah.
I've done that before, that's easy. But then I was like, I only have enough money for 6 months at a time, so I can't really mess around.
Oh, yeah.
In my head, I thought, I can go do it. But if I put money into a deal and I can't get my money back out, or I put my money in a deal and I lose it, then I'm going to have to go work for somebody else. And I never wanted to go work for somebody else again. So it really just came down to, do I feel more comfortable investing money into a company that's going to help me figure it out, or just go do it on my own? So obviously I felt better and safer to have somebody help me.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
I think a lot of people are scared to ask for help.
100%.
The best thing you can do is to ask somebody for help. Like, ask you for help.
You can't get there, yeah. Can't get there on your own.
Ah, breakfast ball.
Nice.
That's why they have breakfast balls.
It's true.
You deserve one. There's no warm-up area.
Oh, and it's not my driver either.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You play with the men's driver?
Well, I tried, because after my driver broke the last time, I tried that women's driver, and it just did not.
Didn't feel good.
I actually think we might be playing my ball.
I think you might be right.
So how did you do with real estate? You did well?
So yeah, back when I got involved in real estate was, honestly, if you could fog a mirror, you could make money in real estate.
What?
You can do what?
If you could fog a mirror, you could make money in real estate.
Really?
It was a time when real estate was going up a lot. They had all those loans that had come out before all the crash of the banks. So it was easy to go, and I had good credit, so I started doing spec homes. This is really what I started doing, because I could just go get a loan with my credit, so I didn't have to use a lot of my cash. And then I would go start building a spec home. The foundation would get poured. We would start framing it, and I'd put a for sale sign in the yard, and somebody would come by and buy the house before it was even built.
Dang.
Easy to make money, honestly. The hard part was just figuring out how to manage it all, because I was so used to having a paycheck coming every 2 weeks, and that's a big thing for a lot of people to get over, because of the security of that paycheck.
You have the paycheck? Ah, sliced it. Hey. Ooh, I had to bounce. No.
As I say, I thought you almost had a country club bounce. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Uh-oh. I guess we'll play yours.
A little ways away. Yeah, that's a hard thing for people to overcome, the paycheck thing. I think as far as mindset goes.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no security in it. And then you have to learn how to actually manage money a little bit better.
Yeah, 100%. I think they say that for the first 2 years of business, you never make any money. And then after you do, sometimes your first year, it's like the average is like $60,000.
Yeah.
So people fail to realize that. They're like, oh, you're a business owner, you're rich. I'm actually the brokest I ever have been in my entire life. So
Welcome to entrepreneurship, right?
welcome to entrepreneurship. So in mindset, that's how I got onto all this. It's like, if I would have let it creep up on me, I just realized I had a very weak mindset. Even though I played sports my entire life, I was very weak mentally.
That's a tough one to overcome, especially if you have family. Like for me, it was four.
I can't even imagine having a family. It's just me.
4 kids, a wife, and you're just like, oh my good hell, I have to figure this out, and I have to figure it out quick.
For them too at the same time, and yeah, that's crazy. Do you feel like golf has really helped you when it comes to business?
Yeah, because I'm a complete mental midget.
You're a complete mental midget?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Please explain that
I'm
one.
kidding. No, it's such a mental game, right? It's not only hitting the ball straight, but you've got to. I think course management is a big deal.
Yeah.
And again, I think so much of it is, you hit a bad shot, and then you're in your mind, you're thinking, my next shot, I'm gonna have to hit this amazing shot to even get par. Mm-hmm. Forget par, just get a bogey, get out of there. If you're trying to go for a good score.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're just always going to be try to hit these crazy shots that you're never going to be able to hit as an amateur.
Yeah.
If I was that good, I'd be playing on Sunday.
Yeah. It's very
Does
true.
that make sense?
It's very true.
But it's fun. Oh,
They're wet, yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you have that one. Nice putt.
thank you.
Plus,
Yeah.
I think I find a lot of it's nice to get out on the course. And honestly, I found a lot of business gets done. You hear this all the time. You don't realize, but most of the guys that I invest with now are all my golf buddies.
Really?
Yeah, so a lot of them you've met.
Well, and they say golf's a rich man's sport, right? It really is, because
That's how I met Andrew.
Andrew golfing?
Yeah, he came to when he moved out to Utah. That's when we all met Andrew.
Golfs?
I'll show you pictures of Pebble Beach.
Really?
Yeah.
Andrew Cordell is.
Yeah.
You can explain Andrew.
He's an investor. He's an investor, entrepreneur, started a business helping people understand how to invest tax-free. Him and his partner Eddie. And I go on the road occasionally to do these events with Andrew and his company solely for the purpose of being around people who help me raise my financial IQ.
Yeah.
And the opportunities that it brings.
Yeah.
That's really the whole reason.
I met Andrew on the golf course.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, Pebble
For some
Beach.
reason I had no idea that Andrew golfed.
In fact, one of my first experiences with Andrew was at Pebble Beach.
Really?
Yeah. He was speaking on real estate just for a company, and the company took us out in the private jet, flew us to Pebble Beach in their private jet. We went and played Pebble Beach a couple times, went and played Spyglass and Poppy Hills, and came home.
It's not a bad weekend for a real estate convention.
That was right after the 2019 U.S. Open. Pebble Beach, yeah. So it was a good time.
Cool.
Like all of my buddies, we were always golfing Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Everybody else is at work. So most of the time, the guys that you're out there with, as you start talking to a lot of those people, most of them are small business owners, investors. Occasionally, you'll just find someone that's their day off, but who golfs on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays?
Yeah, able to get out there.
All right, Janessa. Oh. A little right. Doesn't mean I'm good. It's still golf.
I started a podcast for a golf show. Doesn't mean I'm good either. I told Stefan, I was like, wait till the end of this podcast, though. It's going to be really good. You're like, how she started, how she ended.
Heck yeah.
Golf used to get in my head so much. I mean, not that it still doesn't, but you learn a lot about somebody's personality, how they can endure on the golf course.
Yeah.
Just like in business and life, it's amazing. Like my dad used to get so angry on the golf course and throw his clubs, and he was like that just in working and life and everything.
You realize it doesn't really help.
It doesn't help.
In fact, the more cool head you can have, the better you're going to be.
Yeah, just like in business when you're down, like there's been times where I'm like, look at my bank account, but I'm like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You know?
I think everybody who's ever an entrepreneur has said that multiple times.
Yeah.
At some point.
At some point. You have to. Right up there to the right with you.
I think we're playing your ball again, though.
Do you still have a lot of real estate investments?
I have a couple right now. I just, in fact, bought a condo, that condo I was telling you about in St. George.
Oh, yeah.
Just bought that with a couple buddies. That's mostly just for ourselves. That's really not, I mean, it's an investment long term. I guess you could say yes. We could probably sell it for more money down the road, but literally we bought that
Selfish
just for
investment?
us. Yeah. Probably not but all around golf in southern Utah, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. When did you get into Texas tea and the oil and gas that you're into now?
So I had met Dave, one of my partners, at a real estate event.
By the way.
What's that?
He's crazy.
He's from Mississippi. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, that's all you got to say. One day we'll get Dave out here. And
that would be a whole different
ball game.
You know, we became friends because we both like golfing.
Yeah.
And probably 9 years went by, and then he reached out to me probably around 2018 and just said, hey, I haven't heard from you for a while. Thought I'd reach out, say hello. So I started talking to him, just said, how's your real estate going? He's like, man, I sold all of it and I'm in oil and gas. And I'm like, what are you talking about? At the same time, I had closed up. We just closed on 10 properties, me and Brick and Jared.
Oh.
And so every other week I'd go down to Texas, and he's like, why do you keep going down to Texas? And I was like, I'm learning about oil and gas. And he's like, well, I want to come down and check it out. And I was like, come on down. So he started coming down so we bought our first properties Brick bought his out of a solo 401k, and I just paid cash for mine. So I didn't even have a ride, nothing.
And you had no idea about oil and gas, just like you had no idea about automobiles?
Right.
Anything.
Which is just, to me, it's like, I feel like I can learn anything. Just put your mind to it, right? And do it.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science, but again, have some help, have some people coach you along the way. And I had enough confidence in my own self that I thought, if I learn it and good enough, I'll just go do it.
Let's go do it.
Surround yourself with people who know more than you do, right?
That's why I'm around you. Short.
Nice shot, go.
Oh. Hey, almost.
Nice shot. Oh. Looks like it's you, baby.
I'm not going to argue with that. Where do you think you got that mindset from then, where you think you could kind of accomplish anything? Like, have you always been like that from a child, or did you develop it when you were older?
You know, I played a lot of sports growing up too, so it was, I think, just ingrained in you not to quit.
Sports is huge. I think it shapes so much of your life.
Yeah.
Do you think your parents gave you some of that, though?
Yeah. I mean, my dad played collegiate sports. They obviously were very supportive. I mean, he was a school teacher. He didn't come from a lot of money.
Yeah. There's a lot of parents that aren't supportive of what their kids want to do. And I think it really hinders you growing up, and you don't even realize how much of that is embedded in your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
Sports did you play?
Basketball.
That's right.
Yeah. I played in college, and I think looking back, I just never had the correct mindset with it. Like, there was always this self-limiting belief. Like, I'd get to the free throw line, and in my back of my head, I just felt like I couldn't do it. And I wish I would have started golf when I was younger. But of course, my dad was like, hey, you got to golf, and whatever he said I wouldn't do. But I would have developed like that. You have to find an inner strength because you're one-on-one with yourself. And because I had a team sport, it was like, oh, okay, well, I can take the second role as defense. I don't have to be the leading scorer because that's somebody else. Where this, it's like you have to
do it all.
Yeah, you have to do it all. Just like in business, like you have to do it all, and you have to get that right mindset. So I wish I would have started golf a lot younger.
Yeah.
I've been golfing for 5-6 years. Not that long. But
Long enough.
Long enough.
Enjoy it.
Not about freezing days like this, but how long have you been playing golf?
I started golfing in high school. Oh, geez, a long time ago.
Did your dad golf?
No, he did a little bit, not much. I actually picked it up because I had a couple buddies who were members of country clubs. Their parents were pretty well off, and so again, hanging out with people who are a little just different than what I was at. You've got to, there's a lot when it comes to mindset for sure. It's such a big part of it because you can't quit. I think my wife, honestly, is her support probably, and just her belief. Mm-hmm. When you hear that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
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 It's hard.
There's been a few people that have been like, oh, I really believe in you. And that can switch everything for you.
And you're like, I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to screw it up. I'm just going to keep going. I'll figure it out. It might take me a while, but I'll figure it out.
But especially as a husband and wife in a marriage because a lot of them will be like, what are you doing? And then they just put you down. But I'm sure she had a huge impact on that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Big.
And I met his wife. She's awesome. All right.
You met almost all my kids.
Yeah.
I think the only one you haven't met is Brock.
Yeah.
I live in China.
How do I hit this?
How do you hit it?
Yeah. Any advice besides not falling?
Yeah. Don't fall in. That's my advice. The scramble.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know, I've just always had what makes you better than me attitude.
Yeah.
Really, what's the difference between me and somebody who's making millions and millions of dollars at the time? Nothing. Time. Some knowledge.
That is true.
So you would start thinking, okay, well, why can't I do it? And then, my wife would always say, you're going to get your break, keep going. Finally, you get a break, and it's like, you break through to another level, and then you look back and you're like, yeah, it was all worth it. It was.
Yeah. Do you think that all of a sudden it just makes a shift where all of a sudden you break through too? Or?
For me, yeah, that's kind of what happened.
Sounds
it
like
was,
a lot of people
you grind it out for a while. I had 10 years in real estate, and then you finally get a shot to do something where you can make big money, and then again the self-doubt comes in. So I think, do I deserve to make millions of dollars a year? Do I deserve to be successful and have that life?
Do you still feel like that?
That I don't deserve it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I had to change that.
You did feel like
I did that for a while.
Well, how did you overcome that?
I think just continuing the grind, just keep going. I just always in the back of my head thought, what's the difference between these guys and me?
Yeah.
Honestly, some of it was people they hung out with. Some of it was opportunity because of the people they were around.
Yeah.
Again, why I go out and do some of those events, because I think, being around people like that just gives you more opportunity, which opportunity is what you need. But when you see the opportunity, you can't just say, oh, this is a good opportunity. Do I do it or not?
Yeah.
And get scared.
Yeah.
You have to go for it. You're going to lose sometimes. That's just part of life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think when you're okay with failure, not the fact that you're going to succumb to it, but you're going to overcome the failure. Yeah. And I think fear of failure is huge. Huge.
Yeah, but if you never take a shot, you're never going to see the rewards either.
Yeah.
And I think I got to a point where I was like, if I don't do this, and 60's coming regardless. Good putt. Good putt.
Thank you.
So is it more scary for me to put money into this and go for the opportunity? Or is it scarier for me to get to 60 and not have any retirement and no money?
Oh, that's true.
And then have my kids have to take care of me here. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
And you want to provide, I want to provide for my kids. I want to provide them opportunities. I don't want to give them everything, but I want to provide them that. And, I went to 2 years of school because of the aviation. And after that, it was a technical school. So I never, I don't have a 4-year degree.
Yeah. I don't think you do need one anymore.
Yeah. And I told my kids, I'll support you. if you want to go to college, I'll support you 100%. I'll even pay for it. But, I don't want you to go to school to learn how to build beer can towers either. Right? Like, go to school and get good grades, or don't go.
Or don't go. Are your kids, I know one of your daughters, she's an entrepreneur basically too.
Yeah.
What about the rest of your kids?
Yeah, my two middle ones really are. My oldest is a lot more conservative, reserved. She just wants to be a mom. The two middle ones are my entrepreneurs. My youngest he's a hard worker, and I think he's got some entrepreneurial mindset in him because obviously he's watched me do what I've done. But they sacrificed a lot too.
Yeah.
So I was gone a lot. So I missed football games. I missed a lot of stuff, which, you can't get back.
Yeah, you can't give back, but I'm sure they understand the value of what you were doing.
Yeah, they do. I think now as they're older, even more.
Yeah, but now because you have the ability to go on family vacations and hang out with them.
And I took them a lot of places. I would take them. They've seen a lot of the country and taken them outside the country a few times. My son lives in China. Or going back, I should say. He's been there for 5 years now. He might marry a girl from China. I don't know. That's a whole nother issue. It's nice that you've met a lot of the people I hang out with.
Yeah.
I've invested with all those guys. I was telling people the other day, I was like, man, I've invested with those guys and known those guys twice as much as I've known Andrew and Eddie and those guys. Which is interesting, but because people always think, oh, you got involved because of them. No.
Yeah.
I actually met him. We were all investing.
Yeah.
That's how we all met.
Yeah.
Not through this. This is just what he's put together is awesome because of the community, right? That's how I met you. That's how I met.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool people around the country that are doing really cool things that, again, to see opportunity just to being around other people, it's so big.
Well, I told Wyatt when I signed up, I was like, I'm buying my friends. And he was like, I was like, no, I'm seriously, I'm buying my friends. And that's what happened.
Yeah, it does happen a little bit. Oh, geez.
Oh, you're out of there with me. Yeah, but your network is your net worth. We talked about that multiple times.
Jeez, there's red right here. I'll meet you right here.
All right.
See, stuff like that used to make me so mad.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And you have good days and bad days, right?
Yeah.
That's part of life.
It's part of life.
It's how you grind through it.
If you golf, you're like, oh, I hate golf. I want to quit. But you can't. And some days it's terrible, and the next day you're like, I love this.
Yeah, you could quit.
Awesome.
You could quit. Yeah. Job, partner.
Oh, I hate when it's cold and like the club.
Huh?
Like the bitterness of the, like club when you hit it.
Fingers.
Ah.
Did you play sports after college? Did you
I started boxing.
Really?
Yeah, I loved boxing.
I don't like getting punched in the face.
I never actually went completely in the ring and sparred, but it was a good form of exercise. And then I enjoyed. It was hard.
Yeah, I've done some just classes, just cardiovascular stuff. Judas.
Yeah.
That and wrestling. I used to have a football coach that would make us wrestle. He's like, if you're gonna play on the football team, you're gonna wrestle in the winter.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to ski.
Did your kids play sport?
Yeah, they all played soccer when they were young, but two boys played football. Both my girls were competitive cheer, gymnastics. Look at you.
I just gotta step you real quick.
Putting it right where you should.
It's crazy. It looks like so much farther away than 130.
So anyway, Dave got me into oil, to answer your question.
Dave did.
Yeah. And then Brick and I went down. We came down to Texas a bunch of times, and we saw the opportunity. And so we started raising capital from just family and friends, just buying what we could. And then just more opportunity kept coming. And so it was just a matter of money at that point. So we just went and set up all of our stuff with charities and got our PPM and everything set up so we can go raise capital. And now we buy leases and then go and renovate them. But you've seen some of the stuff we've done.
Well, I want to go out and see it actually in the oil fields, but I did invest with you guys. You guys were my first investment on my IRA.
Really? And how's it going?
Good.
Are you getting paid every month?
Paid every month,
Okay,
yeah. I'm getting paid every month. So that is, you were my very first investment ever.
I didn't even know you had money in with us.
Yeah. Who told me about it first?
Probably Dave, I'm assuming, because I think you met Dave first.
I don't know if it might have been Paul.
Oh, Paul. A lot of the guys back there invest. So again, most of the investments I'm in are from those guys.
Yeah. I met Wyatt first, but obviously he's not involved. And then...
Yeah, he's got a lot of money in with us.
Does he? Oh, I didn't know that.
He's actually coming down with me in April with his kid because he might start another business around our stuff.
Oh, really? What business around your school?
Doing H15 and H5 tests for the Railroad Commission.
Oh.
So we have so many we have to get done, and they pay out $250 for every single test they do. I'm like, yeah, you can just go do like 3 or 4. If you can go do 3 or 4 a day, do that 5 times a week, you're making pretty good income.
Yeah.
There's tons of work there. Not just us, but every person who owns wells has to have it done.
Oh, wow.
So,
is your plan to sell it in the next couple of years, or what's your plan with it?
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of have to see how it goes. That's always an option for sure.
Ah, knew it. Well, it rolled on up there, though.
Look at that.
It stays up there.
How far do you think we are?
Living right. It said 130 from the golf court, but it looks farther than that.
So we're, what, 115-ish, Wayne?
Yeah. Nice shot.
Go! Hey.
Nice shot.
Thanks.
What would be some of your biggest advice to somebody that wants to just start investing or start being an entrepreneur?
Investing, you just have to do it.
Just have to do it?
There is no easy way to get in. It's either you're in or you're out. There is no middle ground there. And so people are always like, I want to test the water. I want to play it safe. What does that even mean?
That's true.
Right? Because playing it safe got you where you're at right now. So again, at some point you have to be able to say, I am either doing it or I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I have to get in. The only way I'm going to make money is to invest money.
Yeah.
And that's hard for people to do because they want to do it with no money out of their pocket or very little risk. And it's hard to do. It's just you're never going to get the results that you're looking for.
Scared money don't make no money.
Yeah. Which is scary because again, everyone's like, I want to lose money. Well, I don't want to lose money either. But if you invest, you're going to lose money. Just plan on it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. So you just try to mitigate your risk as much as possible.
Curdy Sanchez, I listened to her the other day. She was like, you know, the one way to make money is to not save money. She's like, just don't, you know, that's what we're ingrained in, you know?
Yeah.
Like all those thoughts, like, oh, you have to have a savings, you have to have a 401k, you have to have all this stuff. And it's like, we're a product of our environment, what our parents teach us. So
yeah,
it's hard to overcome that too.
Well, it's hard. My dad always says, save money, pay yourself first. And I was like, what the hell does pay yourself first mean? Pay yourself first, pay yourself first. But then it was like, he explained it one day to me, he just said, your bills are going nowhere. You're always going to have bills.
Yeah.
So pay yourself and then pay the bills. Which was good advice, but I never did it.
You never did it?
No, because you never listened to your parents.
Never listened to your parents.
I should have listened to him. I would have been way better off when all this stuff went down. And he told me, you know, when I lost my business, the auto body shop, he said, what are you going to do? And I said, real estate. And he's like, you're out of your mind. What are you doing? Go back to school, get your degree.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, you're out of your mind, right? I'm not going to go do all that. What am I going to go to school for? I'm going to come out of school with a ton of debt and a job that pays me $50,000 a year. That's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
Like I'm making way more than that. So I can't, like the lifestyle that I had at that point was I had to make money. I didn't really have a choice. I felt like I could always go get a job.
Yeah.
And that's what I told my wife. I said, I can always go get a job. If I have to get a job, I'm going to go get a job. I'm not going to lose the house. I'm not going to be stupid. But this is my one shot to like go for it.
Yeah.
And that was a big moment. That was probably the biggest like shift when I finally just said, yeah, I'm doing it.
Really?
But you got to commit to that. And
you got to commit to it.
That's super scary for people. But I was 100% committed because I didn't want to go work for somebody. I didn't want to sit in an office for 8 hours a day.
I think that's what most people fail to do is actually take action.
Yeah.
Because they're so scared.
Yeah, fear's a real thing.
Fear's huge.
And it cripples people, literally stops them dead in their tracks.
Do you have advice for overcoming that? This one's not as...
Do it.
Just do it.
I don't know. You ever jumped out of an airplane?
Yeah, no.
I've done it twice.
Really?
Once, the first time I jumped out, I had my own parachute. I pulled my own ripcord. The second time, I did it tandem.
Oh.
So the first time I jumped out, pulled my own chute, the whole thing, it was like, what the hell am I doing? And it's scary, you know, but it's one of those things here. It's a funny experience because when you jump out of an airplane, it's honestly violent.
Yeah.
You're falling at 125 miles an hour, your cheeks are peeled back, you're jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. It's against everything that you think is like what you should do.
Yeah.
And after you kind of get through the initial shock of the kind of how loud it is and the violence, it's actually kind of fun just to free fall.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. You don't get the butterflies in your stomach. You just you get the, like standing up in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
But then when you pull your parachute, it's like all peaceful and quiet and soft. And so it's like two different experiences, which honestly is like every time I invest.
That makes sense.
It's like, oh my God, I'm pulling the chute again, right? But if you don't get to enjoy the other side of it. And it's scary. And that's short. Way short. These greens aren't as fast as they look.
No, probably because it's so damp. But
I think the fear kind of, you don't have as, like the fear now isn't as bad. Still scary. It's never just like, oh yeah, no, here's $100,000 and not worry about it, right? You still like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't lose that. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't, whatever.
What's your biggest loss?
Well, I lost $250,000 in crypto investment right after COVID.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a good loss.
It was a lot. For me, it was just like, but again, and funny thing is, right now, I'm back into crypto investment, and it's doing great.
Really?
Yeah. So when I first heard about it, I was like, hell no, I don't want to do that. I don't even want to hear about it. But now it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Understanding the investment, I guess, the risk. I don't actually own cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it's an arbitrage type thing. So it's a different type of investment, but still, there's risk, right?
There's still risk, yeah. All right.
Out of the bunker. I like it.
Gotta get out
I'm wearing the hat.
Huh?
I said I'm wearing the hat. It's funny, my son who lives in China, he's a big entrepreneur kid. He gets frustrated too, So I told him, I said, it's like golf. I said, you're not going to lay up. You didn't come to lay up. You need to take second place. Fucking pound it goddamn middle and go get it.
That's true.
You just have to have the mindset, like, I don't care what happens. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to figure it out. And one day it'll hit and things will turn. And then you're going to start seeing a whole different.
It's having that belief and that faith.
Yeah.
You didn't come here to lay up?
Came here to stick it in there close.
I think a lot of people have a lack of belief or faith in themselves. I know I did.
Yeah, we all do. I think inherently we all
have self-doubt.
Second guess ourselves. Are we doing the right thing?
Yeah.
We don't want to screw up, and we want to,
We care about the judgment of what people think about us, Just like, getting used to somebody filming you on the golf course, it took me, it's weird. I'm like, oh. It's like, what if I mess up? What if I, people are going to judge me for how I swing? But we're all so self-criticism of ourselves. I think if you actually love yourself first, then you don't give a shit about anybody else. Yeah.
You get to a point where I don't really care what people are thinking. It's irrelevant to me. Yeah. It's funny when I talk to people about even I have people saying, hey, I want to team up with you when I was investing in real estate in the education that I went through. And I'm like, why does it matter? It's not about them. It's about me. Yeah. I don't care. I hope everyone's successful. Ultimately, I hope everyone's successful. But when it comes right down to it, if I'm doing a deal, who's making the money? Who's taking the risk? Who's going to benefit from the reward? It's all me. Yeah. So whether you do it or you don't do it, it's irrelevant. Yeah. You got to just say I'm doing it, and regardless of what my friends say or this is what's going to happen.
Oh.
You got a bad bounce.
Dang it.
Yeah, because when my dad said to me, go back to school, I was like, I'm not going back to school. That's the craziest thing I've heard. Not because he was saying do something that was wrong. In his mind, that was the safest, most conservative thing. You have a family, you need to support, you need to do all this stuff, right? But I was like, man, I just can't live like that. I didn't want it. I wanted something different. And that's, I think, what drove me the most was just, I wanted to succeed for myself, but also for my family. And, I wanted to provide for them and be able to, and not that they, I have to fly them around with private jets and do all that stuff. That's not what it's about. It's just, if they come to you and say, hey, I need shoes, I don't want to have to worry about how much they cost.
I think people think that money a lot of times, it has such this bad rap, bad connotation when it's really not bad. And, there's some people with money that are assholes. There are broke people that are assholes too, but...
Yeah, it'll make you more of what you already are.
You make you more of what you already are.
That's kind of what I've figured out and found out too.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, it's going to make you a better person because you'll be able to do a lot more with it. Yeah. You're going to make a bigger impact on community, your kids, everything.
Oh. Ah. I thought it went far enough right.
Good job, Janessa.
I saw yours and I thought it
I think we need to scramble more often. Like I just found my new scramble partner.
Not terrible. I'm surprised too, because when it's cold, I usually hate ball.
You know, when my dad told me that too, I was like, he's not saying that because he's trying to hurt me or tell me bad advice. But also things change and school changed and education's changed and how things, you know, you don't have to have a 4-year degree. You can go get a certificate to be a plumber or whatever, a license or, you know, certification or whatever for an electrician. You know, Wyatt's kid right now is going to school. It's 4 years. And to be an electrician, to come out and make 40 grand, 4 years. It's crazy. So it's hard for me. Like, I believe in education. I don't, you know, I want my kids to be educated, and we have to have doctors and, you know, dentists and professional people that require you to go to school and get a degree, right?
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do. Like when I first started thinking about career path, I had 2 uncles that were physical therapists, and I thought, oh, I'll go be a physical therapist. Looks like a great job. Like they have a great time.
And then what changed your mind?
And I actually liked physiology and all that stuff, but just the years of college, I just thought, man, I don't want to be a broke. And I got married young. I mean, I got married when I was 22. Funny story, when I got married on my honeymoon, coming back, got a call from my boss. I got fired while I was on my honeymoon from my job. So I came home, I'm like, well, I don't have a job anymore, so congratulations.
That's true love right there.
Welcome to your new life.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it all started.
Even then, did she have the belief in you even back then?
Oh, yeah. She's like, you're going to get a job. Don't worry about it. Da-da-da-da.
See, and I think a lot of people just don't have that, whether it be marriage, whether it be parents. So it's either you have to dig it from the bottom of your soul to have the belief in yourself, which is hard to do at a young age, or somebody to have that belief in you.
She definitely had the belief in me. And that's been good because that's 33 years.
Did you get it right?
I think so. Have fun in Maui.
Have fun in Maui. Love you, babe.
I'd like to hit a drive. I lost it.
Ooh, good drive.
Yep. I don't know where that one went.
Yeah, just left of the fairway in the rough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, between those 2 trees over there.
I just had LASIK done too, so
When was it done?
2 weeks ago.
Don't pull out all these excuses.
Yeah. It's my first time playing golf since I've had it done, so.
Really?
It's weird because I could see the ball and then all of a sudden I lost it. That's the first time it's happened.
All right. Oh, aim 2 left, far left.
She's human. It's the first one
Far left.
It's the first one that hasn't been in the fairway, I don't think. It's fun too. You watch people melt down on the golf course,
Oh, yeah.
right? I'm like, I don't want to be like that. What am I doing? Right?
And I guarantee those same people melt down in business. And
Yeah.
those same people, or the ones that get angry on the golf course, they have terrible cultures because I guarantee that they treat their employees just like that too.
Yeah, you learn to deal with some pretty stressful situations in life, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Those are lessons you can't learn in a school textbook.
That's why really golf is so synonymous with life. Good days, bad days.
Oh, yeah. I would love to say I hit it that far.
Steph, did you see it?
I can see it.
You do?
It's-
Oh, over there?
Yep.
You can? Oh, I thought it was car path only for some reason.
No, I don't think. Did they tell you car path only?
No, maybe I just had that in my head. So it's like you lock down.
Reverse. You just can't break the rules in life, Janice.
Just like in golf. Doesn't allow you to.
It never hurts to push the boundaries, right?
Love pushing the boundaries. If you don't push the boundaries, you never know where you can go.
Exactly. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe.
See? Huh?
Yeah.
Ha ha. Just always gotta listen to women, guys.
Oh, I can already hear.
Like-
My wife would tell me right now, you should have listened to me.
See?
Never listen to me. Never
Listen to
listen.
me. That's probably why men never play golf with women though. Rarely.
I like playing golf with women.
There's not a lot of women that play golf, or it's just a different.
It is a little different when you're playing with like 4 guys and one, or 3 guys and a girl, and you're like,
I like talking shit to you guys, so.
oh, you can talk shit all day long.
I've always, though, I don't know if it's just because playing basketball, but always gotten along better. Oh, I need a golf ball. With men.
Yeah, but team sports is different too, right? Because I football and soccer, I played all those, but I did a little bit of competitive skiing.
Yeah.
Any sport like wrestling, where it's just you.
Yeah.
It's all you. Like, this is what golf is. It's all you. You are the one that makes the decisions. You're the one that's going to have to ultimately decide what you want to do.
It is. It's one-on-one.
I think I brought the wrong club. This is a great shot right here.
Oh, yeah.
What clubs do you have?
I have a pitching wedge and a 9.
That's what I have. You know, my friends in Utah say you have to learn how to hit a hooded 6-iron, but a 9-iron is going to be hard.
Oh, I don't even know if I want to. That's a great shot from right there.
That was hard to do with a 9-iron, by the way. That would have been better with like a 7-iron.
I'm going to attempt this, but.
I thought I was going to hit the tree for sure.
You just hit it low?
Are you guys playing this hole? Go ahead. So they're just going 100 miles an hour, so just let them go.
See, patience. Some people don't have patience in golf either. They have patience in life.
That is definitely something I've had to learn, because I have
Patience?
0.
Really?
I have better now.
Very patient to me.
Well, I am now.
How'd you?
My younger age now.
Really? How'd you change it? You think golf has helped with your patience?
Yeah, I do.
Also with my patience.
I don't know. I want stuff to happen right now, especially these days. The way we live is all instant gratification.
Yeah.
I guess is the term, right? And it's not always going to be that way. So you just have to wait. Be patient, it'll come. And I think some of that's just age, honestly. How do you develop patience?
Patient with age, or you get more impatient with age?
True.
I don't know.
It could go either way, right?
Could go either way. You lose like your filter and ability to have patience too. I think at some age. Oh gosh, man.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah, they're
Guys are
hauling
coming
ass.
out of nowhere.
Oh, you're good. I think they're just gonna play out or get going.
Do you think there's ever a moment in your life that like defined you?
Yeah, I think that time when I had to decide this is what I'm going to do.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to work for somebody else. I'm going to do. I mean, worst case, yes, I'm going to have to go work for somebody else. But that was if I screwed up, and that was hard, and it was scary.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I was going to make money, lose money. I had no clue. All I knew is that I was either going to do this or go work for somebody else, and that's not what I wanted to do.
I hate those shots.
It's a hard shot.
I always blade them.
This is where I would almost putt it.
Short game both sucks.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Which one do you want to play? We'll play this one or yours?
No, I think yours.
I'm putting it this time.
Oh. I'll take that comeback.
Like I said, you're a pretty good partner.
Not these shots.
Who'd you play basketball with?
I played at junior college in Arizona, and then I played at West Texas A&M. My junior college coach was
brutal.
Oh, brutal. She used to call me, "Oh, you little fucking piece of shit, you Mormon ass."
Wow.
I wasn't even Mormon on the team.
Wow.
And I think that some people they feel like that's the way to motivate you, you know? And
yeah.
As a team, just in business, everybody's motivated so much differently, and unless you get to know them. I went from 165 pounds to 210 pounds.
Dang.
And junior college, yeah. She just destroyed me.
Just battle.
Yeah, but I was
beat you down.
And my family was like, "Why don't you go back, go to Southern Utah, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "No, I'm not going to let her get the best of me."
You're right.
So even though she destroyed me, I went back, and I never played that much because you could never get past that. But I lost weight and I went back, and I was like, I don't care. I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
Just because of what she's saying to me.
Yeah. That's what most entrepreneurs have. Some, but if you're going to be successful, you have to have that quality. And I don't know how you get it. I don't know how you gain it. I don't know if it's something that you're...
Nature versus nurture.
Yeah. I don't know how you...
I think everybody's different, you know?
No, I've been around plenty of people who, it's just constant badgering, right? And like your coach, like you said, just constantly beating you down. such a different way of like, I don't know, coaching or mentoring or whatever. It never worked for me. I never really let that get under my skin. And I've been around enough people like that. I don't know what it is, but
I think it has to play a role.
motivation is like how I motivate my kids is differently. You can incentivize, but you have to be supportive.
You have to be supportive.
You have to understand people are going to be people. They're going to be human. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to screw up. It just is what it is. Any employee's going to screw up. You're going to see, you have it. You've probably seen it in your own business.
Oh, yeah.
And you have the choice to either beat them down or say, hey, look, don't worry about it. Get up, figure it out. This is what you can do to fix it, whatever, move on. Just don't let it happen again.
I think that's what I love the most about being an entrepreneur is like I have the ability to change these girls' lives, or I have the ability to make them a better person, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like we always I make them listen to Bob Proctor once a week, like in our team meetings. We're
Nice.
like, hey, what are you grateful for in life? What are you grateful for in business? That's where we start. And then I make them listen to Bob Proctor. Because I think if I can help develop their mindset at a younger age, like I want them to go and be better. I want them to be better, not only in my company or in something else.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to mindset, for sure.
That wind picking up.
Yeah,
You can feel it now.
it's always my hands.
Yeah.
Hands and ears.
And I think some people live to work. I want to work to live.
I want to work to live too.
I don't want to, yes, having money you got to have money to be able to do things.
What's the
I want to
point if you
enjoy
can never
life.
Use it, yeah.
I want to do stuff. I don't want to just work all the time. Some people are complete workaholics. But I feel like there's a lot of work that can be done in the untraditional way.
I didn't realize that for a long time either.
Yeah.
Like I thought, the harder I work, the more hours I work, it's
More you're going to make.
more I'm going to make. But it's actually the complete opposite half the
Yeah.
time.
Oh. I'm all over the place, Janessa.
Yeah, I think a lot of entrepreneurs too, they're so afraid to give up control.
Yeah, that's a hard one too.
Yeah, I think so many people, they just don't have the ability to delegate tasks or do stuff like that.
I'm a good delegator, according to my wife.
I'm a great delegator. I'm like, yeah, you want to go do it? It's totally fine with me.
Well, I think that's one thing I definitely have learned over the years is that
You can't do
you can't do it on your own. You've
No.
got to have help. You have to have support. You have to have people around you that are going to be supportive and take on their roles too.
Well, and that's why most business owners are operators. They're actually owners.
Yeah.
And they think it's all the business, blah, 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 but it's actually them. And if they would understand that, they'd be so much better.
Nice.
Huh?
Right back at it.
It'll work.
Good shot.
I didn't hit it very well, but it'll work.
My brother used to say to me when we had our business, he'd say, who are you training to replace you? I'm like, what are you talking about? Who is going to replace me? He's like, who are you going to train to replace you? So, we can go leave this business because we could never leave that business together. Like we'd have family trips with my parents. We both couldn't go at the same time because we'd come back and business would be in shambles. Go for a couple of days and it'd come back and it'd be a mess. So we always had to decide who was going to go, what time and whatever. So most business owners are thinking, I can't ever leave my business because if I leave my business, one, I won't make money, or if you're, based on like a service that you do, or if I do leave, I'm going to come back to an absolute nightmare. So it's not worth it. So how do you get out of that position? Because most business owners don't want to be working in their business.
No, and they all say that, but they all do it.
They have to because they have no other way.
I think you have to start early to train them that you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Like my girls are great. Like they can sustain on their own.
Yeah. But it makes them better too because they learn skills too.
But if they always have somebody honing in on them and micromanaging them, then they'd never be successful.
Yeah, I'm not a big micromanager.
I'm not a big micromanager either, to a fault. What do you think your superpower is?
Superpower?
Yeah, everybody's got a superpower.
Wow. Never been asked that.
Well, guys,
Made me
for
think
4
about
people,
that one.
They walk fast. You got to think about it?
Nice. That's a great shot.
Ooh, it's going to keep rolling, I think, too.
Let's go.
Just walking away on mine?
That was a great shot.
Okay. I'll take it.
I'll let you lead for once.
I like it.
I'm just kidding.
For once.
No, I think I'm pretty good with people. I feel like I have a pretty good read on most people.
Like you can figure out who they are.
And I'm not afraid to, have conversations and talk to strangers. And
Yeah, you're
I used to
very
be.
outgoing.
That used to be something that I hated doing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to go talk to people. Usually, like at home, I would say I'm more of an introvert at home.
Interesting. So when you get done with the big conferences, are you tired?
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Really? Oh man, I can keep going for days.
Yeah, I'll go home. Like Monday, usually I'll go home and try to sleep in till 7. And then you're up doing stuff.
Does that ever affect your marriage, like with your wife? Because if you like get home and you're like, man, I don't want to talk to anybody.
There was a point in there where she was like, she'll say to me, she's like, and we've worked like through some stuff, because I would come home and I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to you. Give me a day.
Yeah.
Or give me half a day.
Yeah.
To like just go relax or whatever.
Yeah. It's
And
like business too. It's like,
yeah.
if you're having a bad day, you can't like not talk to your staff or your employees.
Yeah. I'd come home, she'd be like, of course I want you to say hi to me or whatever. I come through the door or whatever. She just kind of knows, like, just let you do your thing for a little bit. And then there was some getting used to for that, for sure. But I think we figured that out.
So you'd say your ability to probably connect to people?
Yeah. Yeah, I can connect with people on a pretty genuine level, because
I thought you're very genuine. I mean, it's sad, but I do think that there's few people that are authentic and genuine these days.
Yeah.
I told Stefan, like,
be yourself.
I want you to show all the bad shit on this, like all the good stuff. Like, I don't want to just be like,
no, don't show my bad shots.
Great day. Show all his bad shots. People always act like, oh man, life's great. I love being a business owner. Golf is wonderful.
Yeah, it's not all roses all the time.
Sometimes it all sucks. Like that. Just like that. Sucks.
That's a hard shot downhill.
Nice shot. I used it on club. I should have used my gap. I brought a pitching wedge or a 58.
I think, when my kids were younger, it was harder for her, because she just wants, she stayed at home and raised 4 kids. So
yeah,
for her, it was, I just want to have adult conversation, right? And I'd come home and I'd be like, I don't want to talk at all.
Yeah.
that was the hardest.
Underestimate stay-at-home moms, One of my best friends is, and it's like she FaceTimes me, I swear, just to get adult interaction.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy.
No. And so that's where I was like, if her friends she's in Maui with, like, I'm like, go, have fun. Like,
yeah.
I support it. Not worried.
Yeah.
Like, go do your thing.
And she supports your golfing addiction.
Yeah. She's like, golf season's coming up. She knows. She knows.
When it's having that trust in the relationship, right?
Yeah.
Just like in anything, like trusting your employees. If you trust them, you can leave them, you can delegate.
Yeah. And
if you trust your wife and, in your marriage, then it's not that big of a deal to be separate. But I still think that all comes from your inner self-doubt and your inner belief.
I think naturally everyone's always going to wonder, like, oh, my wife goes here, or she goes here, and what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I think that's a natural fear.
Yeah.
But you also have to have a little faith and trust in them. You have to say, you know what, like, I'll put myself out there.
Yeah.
If you never do, then again, you never get the reward.
What do you think the biggest lesson golf has taught you when it comes to business?
Never quit. Honestly. Because how often do you want to quit?
Oh, I just want to quit on that last shot.
I want to quit all the time.
Yeah, it's very true.
This is a game, I swear, that's like, you're never going to perfect it. No one ever will. I mean, the greatest players in the world aren't going to perfect it. That's why they're still, out there playing. But it's just the constant battle to, I guess, try to see or find perfection. Have the best day of your life. I don't know. I've shot 74s and I've shot 104. So if you don't get through that,
to overcome.
Yeah, just overcoming, and mental. I think the mental side of it too.
The mental side of it's huge.
Yeah.
It's like how many people are at, 2 feet away, easy shot, and they miss it. Because in their mind, it's like that self-doubt creeps up.
Good putt. tap in.
I thought I was going to turn more.
Look at last week? Knapp on the PGA Tour was leading on Sunday, threw up a triple on one of the holes.
So mental.
You don't see a lot of the bad shots on the PGA. Go to a tournament and you'll watch.
Oh.
You'll see them. But watch how they react.
Yeah.
Most of them are just like,
Oh.
It's not, I mean, yeah, they're like, oh my God, whatever. Sometimes they're very frustrated, but they're not throwing clubs, they're not breaking stuff.
Yeah, and they have to figure out a way around it.
Right. So you're just like, next, right? Like, yeah, it's great to be in the fairway, but you don't always have to be in the fairway to par either.
It's like one of those things where, like, business, like, it doesn't mean that you have to completely change it, but you just have to derail and figure out, like, a better workaround to make it successful.
Not every time is going to be a home run.
No, not every time.
Get a bunch of singles, get some momentum going, hit a double now and then, a triple. And before you know it, you'll hit a home run.
Yeah.
But you got to be in the game.
Do you think it's luck? Do you think it's faith to hit that home run?
I don't think.
Or do you think it's just perseverance?
I think it's perseverance. I don't know about luck. I used to tell my wife I'm the most unlucky person in the world, right? And she'd say, stop saying that, stop saying that, stop saying that. Stop saying you're unlucky, you're not unlucky. And there would be times that we would chuckle at stuff and she'd say, okay, maybe you are the unlucky, on stupid stuff, not anything serious, right? On the serious stuff, she's like, you're not unlucky, it's just, it'll work out, just keep grinding. It always did.
Yeah, I think when people say they're unlucky, they put that belief in their head. And then, of course, it's like when you say you can't do something. Like, I can't.
Not unlucky.
It's like the people that are always like, oh man, I can never hit my driver. Like, I can never hit my driver.
Yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to hit your driver horrible. That's what's going to happen.
You're going to hit your driver horrible. And you've already said that since you can't do it, you're never going to be able to do it. And then those are the same people that they think if they go buy a whole new set of golf clubs, then it's going to fix their game.
Yeah.
But really, it's just because they can't fix their mindset around it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have the mindset of, I'm going to make it work. Mm-hmm. One way or another, I'm going to make it work. It might not be perfect. It might not be a home run. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to make it work. I'll figure it out. I'm just going to keep going until I figure it out. And I did. And that's honestly that's been a big, everything I've done has come down to that. Honestly, probably that thought. Just, I'll figure it out and I'm going to make it work. And the more I do it, the better I'll get at it.
Yeah.
More, consistency and everything else. Barely on.
Barely.
And there's a lot of people who are good at dreaming up stuff or thinking this is what I want to go to. Yeah, I'm a good creator, like Andrew, right? For me, putting it into action's hard. That's where I have Brick around me, or I have other people who are good at that stuff. Because I hate paperwork. I hate
that too.
Sitting in a computer. I don't want to do that.
Analyticals, the processes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
And so I have business partners that are really good at that. So I've been lucky that way. Because if not, we'd have to have somebody do it for us. So you got to kind of realize, I guess, what your strengths are.
Also, just like I asked you, what's your superpower? It took you a second to think about it, right? I think a lot of people don't know themselves well enough to be like, or want to admit it to other people, like, hey, I suck at this, but I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
And then hone in on what you're good at. You can still develop the skills to be better.
Yeah, if you ask Brick, he's like, I don't know if Rob even knows where our office is at.
I believe that.
What, hit another one?
I'm cold. No, it's okay.
You good?
Your ball's good enough.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I've embraced is just what you're better at than others and let somebody who's better than you at that do it. They're going to be better at it. Like, go. I don't have to be the lead guy. I don't have to be the main
one.
I think, too, for a lot of men, I want to be the alpha dog. I want to be the whatever. And I care
less. You're so easygoing.
I'm not going to fight that battle. I really don't care.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think for a lot of women, that's a difficulty when it comes to business. It's like they feel like they have to be dominant, but if you're just yourself, you don't always have to be like the alpha male just because you're like the top CEO or business owner or anything like that.
Like even you're around our teams or have been around our teams long enough.
Yeah.
Most of the guys you would know, like if I said like who's going to want all the ladies? You know, you're going to say Paul. And
Oh yeah, 100%.
some of these guys, right? And I'm like, but he's also in a different phase of life than I'm at too, right? It looks like I'm like, go do your thing.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think recognizing where you are and whoever you're doing business is, what phase of life is important. Sometimes people don't look at that kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah. What you want out of it, what they want out of it. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, what I want out of it. Like, even like with my oil stuff right now, it's like Dave's in a different phase of life, right?
Oh yeah, like he wants to get out, retire, stuff like that.
Yeah, and his wife just got diagnosed with
Oh yeah.
Parkinson's or whatever, and so he's thinking a little differently than I am. I'm not, and then Brick's way younger than us, so there's three really different
mindsets.
Dynamics.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at this long putt, thinking, how am I going to get it there? That's so short. I stubbed my club. I love it. Go. Go. Great putt.
Thank you.
So you actually have to hit it. It's part of the game.
Well, I watched you do it first.
I think my goal this year is to not leave the ball short on a putt.
I think that's everybody's goal every year.
I started betting with Jared. I'm like, for every putt I hit that's short of the hole, I'm going to give you $5.
Oh, nice. I'll take 20.
You'd make a lot of money already this far on this round.
Boop.
Nice putt.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to have to play a scramble with Dave and those guys.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think my whole thing too, mantra for me was I wanted to, like when I was saying, like I want to live to enjoy life, not live to work. 'Cause I wanted to have experiences. That was more important for me than, like I remember my wife coming home one time, she's like, let's go move into this bigger house over here. It's so nice. And we went and looked at it. I put money down. We were going to close on it. And then a couple of days before closing, I'm like, you know what? Can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not pulling the trigger on this. I go, would you rather have a giant house payment, or would you rather go on vacations and take the kids places and go to Europe and have experiences? And anyway, so I won that one.
Well, now she's in Maui.
And then going to Costa Rica in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So but that was more important for me to, especially because I felt like I was gone a lot. So to provide like experiences, that was what I really wanted. Over and I mean, not to say that I live in a bad house. But
Yeah.
my wife and I live in with 6 bedrooms that we don't even, how our grandkids have their own bedrooms in my house now. So it's like, what, you got to kind of decide what you want out of life too. Why are you doing it? Yeah. I guess what's your purpose in it? That would be a big, I think if you don't kind of have a purpose in what am I doing all this for, then what's going to drive you when times are tough?
I don't think people sometimes know what drives them. Like sometimes it's like this inner self-doubt or something happened like as a child, and so they're seeking like that fame, that fortune, but not a lot of people actually understand why they're even going for it in the first place. And if people actually were more in tune with themselves, that's why I think rich people are rich and then they're still not happy. They're not satisfied.
Yeah.
Because internally you're not still happy with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and money, I mean, we talked, money it's a funny thing because you want money to be able to go do stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're all doing all this stuff, are you happy doing it, or are you not happy?
Yeah. But I think you have to be happy.
Yeah. It was never about the money for me. I mean, I wanted money and I wanted to have success and I wanted to provide, but it wasn't like the end all be all for me. It was what it would provide me.
Yeah. That makes sense.
To go do stuff and just the lifestyle that I wanted for my family.
Good shot.
I'll take that.
Good shot.
I'll take that.
Take that.
Can't hit a drive, but I can hit my irons today. It's funny too, when I look back, people always say, you've done everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've done everything. I haven't done everything. They're like, no, you've done everything. But I've done a lot of things. Like I've done crazy stuff too. Like I was going to go be an underwater welder.
Really?
I looked at some crazy stuff. So I feel like I've actually experienced a lot of things in life that most people probably haven't done because they're going to go do one career to, maybe change jobs here. I've done some weird stuff. Nice. Go.
Well, at least I'm on.
Came back
We're playing yours. Well, it's because you have that mindset of that you can do anything. You already said
Yeah.
that earlier. So most people focus on what they're good at, but if you have the mindset that you can be good at anything, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wish you would have done?
Started sooner.
Really? Me too.
Yeah, I think fear held me back for a while. I just didn't know how to do it. I guess I just was like, man, I think it was, and I don't know if it's just you grow up with this is the class that I'm in. I didn't grow up poor, but I didn't grow up rich,
Yeah, that's how I
right?
was too.
I was kind of just middle of the road.
Yeah.
So I was like, but again, I always thought, what's different between like that person and that person? Is it just their opportunity in life? Was it they got lucky? Did they?
You know, I used to think, a lot of people say like, oh, well, they were born into money.
Yeah.
And now I almost think more they were born into mindset.
Yeah.
Because like if your mom's an entrepreneur, you saw them succeed, then innately, you're usually born with a lot of those abilities. It's nature versus nurture.
Yeah, and you see things happen differently.
Yeah, exactly. Or you see your parents investing, you see your parents doing this.
Yeah.
Versus you see other people that it's like, no, you have to have a 401k, you have to have this. So
I was taught I will earn what my dad would always say, you'll earn your money by the sweat of your brow or something like that.
yeah, see?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I understand the analogy, but at the same time, I'm like, I mean, you're only going to be able to do so much.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know how to make your money work for you, if you don't know, I don't know. I always was different about that. That never resonated with me, I guess.
Yeah. That's why I think it's
I
interesting.
questioned it a lot.
That's why I think it's interesting how people come from a mindset like that to get to like where you became, right? Was it, sometimes I don't even realize it was like a teacher that taught you or like one of your friend's friends. But if you really think about it.
Yeah, I had a good friend whose dad owned Rocky Mountain Helicopters and Aviation. He was my best friend. His mom, I don't know if you know who Rosemary Reed is. She invented the bikini.
Oh, really?
That was his mom's mom. So she came from a ton of money. They leveraged their house. His dad went down and bought a helicopter to start this helicopter business in Utah. On the way back on the trailer, it fell off. Totaled the helicopter. So I think I don't know how he got the money to go get another one, but he went and got another one anyway. Had a pretty successful business, Rocky Mountain Helicopters, and they were some of the first ones that had life flight. And I would go down and work for him as a kid. Growing up in high school, I worked at the airport, fueling airplanes and working around helicopters and stuff like that. So, and I would just watch their lifestyle. And I was like, so different.
See, that's probably where you got it from.
Right, and that might have been some definite.
That was probably
Like, I'm
100% your mindset shift.
More going that way because I don't want to work 9 hours a day. And my dad was a school teacher. He sold insurance. My mom came from a little bit of money. My mom's family was an oil family, so she didn't have to work. She got paid out from the family business. They just said, we're just going to keep paying you. And I think her checks were probably more than my dad's checks, honestly. And that's how we were able to do a lot of stuff as kids, I think, because of that. Funny that I'm in oil now. How are you, $5?
I made it 20.
Oh, sorry, how are you 20? Got a bad bounce off of that. You see your ball jump?
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. I bet you that is where you got it from, though. Somebody I don't remember what I was listening to, but there was one time where this billionaire was eating, and this guy was like, what if you lost it all tomorrow? And he just looked at him calm, was like, I'd make it all back up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between people who succeed in business and golf and life, is that they're like, it's fine.
I'm going to figure it out.
I'm going to figure it out.
I'll get back on track. Yeah, for sure.
Instead of letting fear paralyze you, which most of us do.
Yeah, when I lost that money, I was like, oh. I just made all that money in I made a lot of money in a couple deals we did with real estate. And then when that happened with the crypto stuff, that was before even Aspire was around. A lot of the same guys that I'm with right now were in those same investments same with me.
Really?
So we all suffered the same.
All suffer the same.
Greg, Jared, all of them. We all got to experience the good and the bad, right? It was interesting how people took that too.
How you watched everybody take it differently?
Yeah, just how you accept that, because it's not easy.
Yeah, well, some people will be like, I'm never investing again. And other people are like, what's our next investment?
At first, I was like, I'm never investing in that ever again in my life. But then I found myself looking at it again. You just got to get back on and go.
Yeah.
Right? How many games did you lose as a basketball player? How many free throws did you shoot to win the game?
None. I was a
None?
terrible free throw shooter.
Is that because in your mind?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. I remember my high school basketball coach made me do like this. My dad made me do a hypnotist. She got me like personal things for.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really
Sports therapy and stuff.
sports. Like I could have been so much better, and I think I would have started business a lot younger if I had a better mindset. But I never really realized how bad my mindset was until like a year and a half ago. Happened from a breakup.
Oh, wow.
Well, because when he broke up with me, I was like, I would be driving, I'd be like, why am I crying? Like, this has never happened to me before. And I realized, like, I couldn't get past, like, my thoughts would always go back to our past because we had a good time together.
Yeah.
So my thoughts and my imagination would just remember the past. Like, I couldn't imagine the future. So just like in golf, like, it's hard for me still to sometimes imagine where the ball's going, or in business, like, to imagine my future is very hard, but I could imagine my past. And instead of living in the present, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, I have to fix this because this isn't right. And then we had great times together. And so that's why I just kept reliving.
Yeah, so when things were good, you go right back to, well, things are good, so they're going to get bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I would have had better self-worth and probably better self-confidence, I wouldn't have put up with what I did. But
I remember thinking, like, in football, when I was playing football, I'm like, I'm going to get in. I'm going to score a touchdown. Give me the ball. I'm going to, like, 100%. Mm-hmm. And I just had that mindset, like, I will score a touchdown.
Yeah.
I will get through. I will do whatever. And I would have dreams as a little kid. You know, you hear people falling off cliffs and stuff, and actually, I don't know if they die in their sleep or what.
Yeah.
Because I was skiing so much, I would literally ski off a cliff, fall hundreds of feet, hit the ground, and get up and just ski away.
Really? And you remember those dreams?
100%. Crazy, right?
That is crazy. See,
I never got hurt. I always
just got right
bounced back up, and I was like, let's go, let's keep going.
I think you lose your sense of imagination. Like, I don't dream, like, until recently, I haven't dreamt, like, I can't remember my dreams. Very hard time imagining. Like, very creative, but hard time, like, with imagination.
I guess for me, if I put my mind to it, I just feel like I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it?
It's going to happen. Like,
yeah.
But again, that's never, ever like what I imagine.
Yeah.
So you have to not really have the outcome in your head as far as like, it's going to look like this, because it probably won't look like that.
Probably won't look like that.
It'll be something that, I don't know what it will look like. So you have to kind of go into it with the, whatever it is. Like, let's just go, right? And enjoy the ride type of thing. So kind of like this drive. Dang it. Pulling everything left. Yeah, that's funny. I haven't thought about that for a while.
I think as children, we put the imagination down a lot, right? Like, no, what are you doing? No, stop doing that. No, you can't be like a astronaut. Instead of be like, yeah, maybe you can be an astronaut. You can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
And I don't have kids, obviously, and I know it'd be hard, but I think that does play a big role in like people losing this creativity, this imagination, or this belief that like anything is possible, because anything really is possible.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, right? Easier said than done.
Easier said than done, but... Did not go far at all.
Did it get in the trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to let kids be kids. Jeez, let them run. I go to restaurants or I go to places and people have kids, and some people are so upset about it.
Yeah.
I usually am like, let them just, who cares?
Who cares? Let them be kids.
Yeah. My wife was pretty good at that, just letting our kids just wear whatever they wanted to wear, just mess around, do whatever, just go experience life. Jeez, nothing to worry about. I would tell my kids in high school, enjoy it. Go do whatever you want to do. I think too, though, I often wonder, like, like you and I, you didn't grow up with cell phones.
No, I didn't get a cell phone until I was 16.
Yeah,
and that was only because I was driving, and if something were to happen, then...
Yeah, when I would go play with my friends, it was like, meet me at the corner in
an
hour.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like all the social media and blah, 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 right? How do you feel right now?
Really shitty and cold. Your turn.
Here, let me see that club. I actually had this club at one point.
Really?
Whoa.
That was what I was trying to do.
The tree. Here, I'll break it.
Oh. I blame the cold weather. Yeah, used to go to the driving range all the time.
What's that?
All the guys knew me at the driving range, and they were like, hey, some guy left these clubs and donated them. You want them? I was like, sure. So, never paid for a club.
Yeah, that was one of the first TaylorMades that I had.
Really?
Rockaball. Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, I like them. I just want to be fitted for a club sometime, though. Do you say it really does make a difference, though, doesn't it?
It does. You can tell by my drives, right?
I can. You've definitely been fitted.
I promise I can play sometimes.
Well, it's harder when you're talking, and it is weird when somebody's filming you. So maybe you're used to being filmed all the time.
No, it's when you play in some of the tournaments and stuff, they'll have sometimes they'll come out and take pictures of your foursome and stuff, right? I hate it.
I really am terrible about playing in the cold, though.
You think it's cold right now?
Yeah, you don't? Oh my
think it's
gosh,
great.
my nose won't stop running.
Look at this
is
shot.
Great. Oh shit.
You guys are probably gonna drop that.
Yeah. I was gonna just move it over here on the grass. Still not
You want to drop it up there?
Yeah, we can drop it up. We can go move it up there, yeah. How's that?
That thing's more feasible.
Not stopping.
What is this? 7.
All right, Janessa, put it on.
Ah! Going downhill. It's all downhill.
He'll get through it. Oh.
I think we're playing yours.
It's crazy to have this eyes short vision now and this long.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's weird. How many people work for you over there?
I have 4 right now, but when Pearl leaves, she's probably just going to be working from home doing social media.
Yeah.
So we just hired another rabbit. Thanks. Yeah, I think the more you can help other people be successful, the more successful you become.
Yeah. No, that's, again, like I was telling you earlier, I would probably go do those events, honestly, for free.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it like I was telling you. I wouldn't do as many of them because obviously it's taking time away from the other stuff that I do.
Yeah.
But I meet people like you. I mean, there's cool
Yeah,
people that I've met around the country now.
Probably the
They're
coolest
honestly
person
good friends of
you've
mine.
met
And
is me, I think.
yeah, I mean, you're right there, number about 10.
10?
I'm just kidding. Janessa's right up there at the top. What are you talking about?
Remember my name, so.
Yeah, you are
take
one of
that.
about 10 that I remember. It's funny because most of the people I remember their names are from Texas, actually.
Oh, really?
Houston. I think I introduced you to Cal. Did I introduce you to Callan? And
Yeah, they're really nice.
so there's some really cool people in Texas for sure. But I have a soft spot in my heart here because I actually went to school here for a little bit.
You did?
For aviation.
Oh. That's a good shot.
Oh, you another 20. Jeez. This round's going to get expensive.
I'm not going to blade this one. I didn't blade it, though. I'll take that. Sometimes you got to focus on the positives.
I think goals, too. Goals are a big thing. I never was a big goal setter.
Well, I don't think people know their goals.
Yeah.
Again, I got that from Bob Proctor, but he's right. Like, he's like, most people, if you walk up to them on the street and be like, hey, what's your goal? They don't know their goal.
Yeah.
And I chase shiny object syndrome. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do real estate. I'm going to do this. But I never had a clear vision of what I wanted to do, probably until like this. I was like, man, I really want to start this show.
And it's been interesting to come and talk to people that I see a lot of people who are in their, like my age, 50s, who have no retirement, have nothing.
Yeah.
And I think most people, younger people, don't realize that everybody's like that.
Yeah, well, and I think...
More people than you think. They're never going to show it to you.
Oh, no.
Never going to see the struggle. You're never going to see their, what's really going on. I will not leave this short.
I think you jinxed me. I keep leaving mine short. Oh, get in the hole.
Oh my gosh, now I left it short.
People
I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do.
call that good. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Janessa.
I think, too, like, people always think it's never too late, right?
That's a good point.
What's his name from KFC? He didn't make him become like a millionaire or whatever until he was Colonel Sanders. So he's 65. It's never too late.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
And people always have that fear of starting because of that. So we always like to end with like 2 questions. One, what is the most important life lesson that you think golf has taught you that you want people to know?
Probably perseverance.
Perseverance.
Just sticking with it, not quitting. I think, you always have the tendency to want to just toss your clubs and say, I'm done, I'm never playing again. Then you hit a good shot and you're like, that was the best thing in my life, and then you come back. So good things happen after bad things. I just think you got to persevere through life. You're going to have good days and bad days, but you just got to keep going, and you'll get through it. The more you do it, again, the better you're going to be at it.
Yeah.
Just keep grinding.
It's true. Life is a
Don't quit.
And then what are 3 things that you want everybody to know that you think that what makes people successful?
Self-belief for sure. Got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. Mm-hmm. I think having a reason or a why of why you're doing it. I mean, you got to figure out what is it that I want in life, really. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know their goals or what.
Don't lie to yourself. Like, if you want to have a jet, whatever your dream is for you and your family or whatever whoever you are, I think you got to know that, because that's what's going to, I think, help with the perseverance when things get tough. You've got to be able to rely on some of that stuff, because it's going to get you through it.
Yeah, completely.
You've got to keep that in the back of your mind and then just continue to look for it. I'm not much of a vision board guy, but I see things.
Yeah, it's the imagination.
I don't need to have it in front of my face all the time. I know what it is for me. So I think that. And then I think just overcoming fear. Yeah. It's a big one. Being able to actually take the leap of faith, just say, hey, I'm going to do it. But again, I can think of 100 times where I've thought, I want to do this investment or I want to do this, but oh my God, what if I lose? Mm-hmm. Right? What's the worst case scenario? Are you going to die? You're going to lose your house? You're going to
There's always a comeback.
There's always a comeback, right? But if you never get in the game, you're never hitting it. You're never hitting a ball. You're never hitting a base hit. You're never hitting, and you got to get in the batter's box. Yeah. And it's scary to see a pitch come at you at 100 miles an hour.
It's very, very true.
So but if you never get in the box, you're never gonna see the rewards. You're never gonna reap the benefits. And so at some point, you have to say to yourself, I'm either doing it or I'm not. There is no in between. There is no. Yeah. I'm gonna dip my foot in the pool and feel how it feels and test the water. You go all in.
Go all in. Very true.
Be committed.
And then how can I be of service to you? Obviously, you came out here, flew all the way to Dallas, Texas to be a part of this. Is there anybody how can people know about Texas Tea, your investment opportunities?
Yeah, Texas Tea LLC is our website. They can go look at that stuff. That's tells everybody about what we do, a little bit about us as a company and what we have available out there. But yeah, always looking for more investors. And
I appreciate it.
Thank you for investing with us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for making me money.
Keep getting those paychecks every month, right?
I'm not arguing with that.